So this is my newest saber project. It's the smallest hilt I've ever built. It was a good chance to try out the new Protoduel RGB board from Protowerkstatt. Just because of all the space savings. You'll notice there's no external recharge port because the board features deep sleep. So I didn't need a kill key, and there's only one button on it. That I only had to drill one hole in the body, so it's extremely simple hilt, which is good. I like that. I don't like to have to fumble around with a lot of things, but for size comparison, I mean, this is my my usual saber. It's got the Diarino Prime in it, and I mess with this one all the time. If you watch my channel a lot, you've seen this saber a lot. But I mean, you can see it's quite a bit shorter. So that presented its own challenges, but it really wasn't that bad because the board is so small. And I was just able to put an 18650 battery in there with a Tricree RGB. This is just a Ultra Saber's regular mid-grade blade, and the rest of the parts are all just straight from the custom saber shop. I drilled and tapped all my own holes. This hole is actually holding the chassis in. I made a chassis out of PVC. And the speaker is it's one of those little 20 millimeter speakers. I tried those out. They're actually pretty loud. I was surprised. So without further ado, let's fire it up and see what it does. Alright, so it does feature deep sleep. I had it off for a while, so that was it waking up. Again, there you go. Good basic little board. I'm really enjoying it. The board itself, if you want to look at it, I threw this together so quickly I forgot to take any video of the board. But there's a great video by Andy at Northwest Sabers. I'll link it in the description, and you can get a closer look at the board. But if you wanted to compare it to something, this is a Stardust V3. Also from Protowerkstatt, and it's just imagine this but without the USB on there, and no FTDI chip, and it's a little bit shorter. This it doesn't need the USB port because it's not programmable, but the board does feature he retained these features, these headers for the you can wire an external USB port, and what that allows you to do is change the sound fonts, and also you can use your USB to charge your battery as well. There's a 3.7 volts lithium-ion charging circuit built right into the board. So if you don't want to have an external recharge port or a traditional 2.1 millimeter recharge port, you don't have to. The board has that built in. So now let's look at the features of the menu system. Andres does his menus a little bit differently than I do. I usually do a long press to go into the menu system, and Andres does that too, but then once you're in the menu system, I use long presses to advance to the next item. Andres instead has you bang the saber, and that's how you go to the next item, and to change the selection, you push the button. I'll get into it now. I'll show you what I mean. Long press to enter the menu system. Next font. So these are the stock fonts. You can change them, but I liked these, so I just left it alone. There's a dark side and a light side font, so I'm going to just go back to the light side font. Alright, to go to the next item, smack it. Alright, so you can pick your colors. I'm going to cycle through them quickly. Alright, so that was all the colors. You looped back around to the beginning, so I'm just going to stay on blue. Nothing wrong with good old blue. Alright, so to go to the next item, smack it. Clash color. Alright, so now you can set your clash color to be something else. Let's, how about orange? That looks good. To go to the next item, smack it. Sleep mode. Alright, so this is if you want to put it to sleep right away, but I don't, so. Alright, this is the volume setting. As the volume increases, the blade becomes more and more green. Alright, now that's awfully, trust me, that is really loud. There's a 3-watt amp on this board, and I've got the 20 millimeter 4 ohm speaker from the Custom Saber shop in it, and I was really surprised how loud this speaker is, especially on the light side font. So that's crazy loud. I'm going to turn it back down. Alright, so you push it again once all the way up, it goes back down, and the blade becomes more and more green as the volume becomes louder. It cycles through orange to yellow. Alright, so that's pretty good. I'm going to stick with that. Okay, so now you're back to the beginning of the menu. So if you're all done messing with it, then just long press. And you're back. And let's see if our settings stuck. Hey, we got a blue blade, orange flash. Alright. Yeah, so this is a really fun little board. It was super easy to install. Comparable to anything else I've installed. Way easier than building my own board out of an Arduino. That's for certain. So if you're just looking for something to drop in at the price point, I think it's really competitive for what you get for the money. 2-sound fonts, RGB support, and everything I just showed you. So for a basic dueling saber, or for kids and stuff like that, or whatever, for anybody really, it's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. The hilt itself is all parts from the Custom Saber shop. I super recessed the switch so that it would be very difficult to press that by accident. And because the board supports deep sleep, I didn't need an external recharge port with a kill key. The board does support charging with USB, but I have an internal recharge port because it charges just a little bit faster that way. It's definitely serviceable to do it over USB, and I may do that on a future build, but I wasn't quite ready to part with the recharge port yet, especially since I was able to make the hilt so simple by making it internal. So all you have to do is unscrew the pommel, and it's right there. Okay, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching.